Hello, hello, and welcome to another Big Star 3 video. This time though, a bit different. A teensy tiny bit. Well, we're not continuing out of population because there's a new update out. This is 1.9. Which is very, very useful. Oh, my tongue hurts. I don't know why. I think like it's an energy drink. Like every time like my tongue hurts when I drink energy. Well, I'm recording this later. I'm like energy to keep awake. Anyway, that aside, this is 1.9 trade update. Very, very big one. Which for one makes trade setups, you know, now to be completely different. Trade is not autonomous. We no longer have to do trade ourselves. Yay! It happens autonomously, like trade centers, which, you know, we just can build to increase the amount of trade, you know. Like per level, like, you know, trade capacity, like 100. And that like increases per level. Should be 10 per level. Yeah, well, I mean, it's like 10. Makes sense. But yeah, you can like increase the amount of trading with, like, you know, these things. But what exactly is the goal? That is the big question. The goal is actually pretty simple. I want to be a trade empire, and not just any trade empire. I want to export a lot of wood and agriculture. How realistic I am in actually achieving that is a different question. But we will be focusing on getting down agriculture. Also, I test out if like construction, you know, iron frame buildings are now worth it with like more, you know, with higher population. Because like they did like decrease the employees you buy, you like pay, like you get per level of buildings. So I very much appreciate, so I want to like try and see if that can like get to better more. Anyway, first things first, we want to go for that one. Then we want to go for this one. This increases this. Like we want to go for. We want to make like a pretty like light industry run, which means we like make textile mills, grain provinces. All of these people will be given, and we give you trade rights, which means we can now build trade centers. Very important. I'll also like at least like make a handful of call it industrial companies. Like I want to at least. First things first: stock exchange, banking, then the lathe. That's like the first three ones. Insufficient construction investment pool. I am aware about that, my friend. I like some places buy a lot of wood. Britain also like buys a lot of grain. They don't tend to have that many people actually producing or like producing that much amount of how do you call it? Grain. Yeah, exactly. Russian friendship gone. Oh, that's interesting. Just immediately decreased. Anyway, the general assembly is going to be incredible. I'm sorry for speaking so fast again. I did again. Like I caught myself out. Anyway, the general assembly is going to be very, very powerful with the way we do things, because they will be getting a model from essentially every company we own. It's like these executives are like going to be mostly off the General Assembly, which is going to make them incredibly powerful and incredibly hard to dislodge. Which is kind of why I want to like create a counterweight company. You know, like something like Society of Petilo Factories. but I don't think that's realistic. Realistically, I want to like cover more of sons. For a simple reason that they also give industries protection, and I think it somewhat fits in with the theme I'm going, you know, with like more agriculture light, because like livestock ranches give an extra textile mills throughput, if I remember correctly. We might actually change it to like the Russian America company later on, instead of like doing this one. Russia's forest syndicates, but I'll think about that one. Anyway, another thing we need to do is, well, for one, we need to build a port over here. Well, we can do that later. Right now, I need to make construction sectors. Yeah, iron is expensive. That's a problem. It's just very, very problematic. But nothing a good old construction can't fix. A bit more construction, and you know, as you can see, we have trade centers, so we can just import more iron and tools necessary. If necessary, we can like make subventions there and just import more of them. We don't necessarily need to rely on just our own, because now trade is far more autonomous. Modernizer. Interesting. I didn't know the peasant movement could get modernizers. I mean, I won't say, if like the peasant movement like gets annoyed enough, we might actually end up with something very useful. We will see how that one works out. We will see, we will see. I also have like some extra mods installed, which might be quite obvious. Yeah. Like another big thing, this one that you can like see here, treaties. Due to the fact that like, you know, treaties aren't multilateral, so they're not bilateral only so far. Like, I'm pretty sure like they're going to be like multilateral in the future. Not right now, because that is very complicated. To execute, I would have to assume. I don't think that's going to be easy. But yeah, it's not bad that but we already started on agrarianism, because I do not believe Russia should be starting on traditionalism. I do not believe that is in any way, shape or form correct. I do not know why the devs think that is correct. I think they're wrong, but okay. That's what I like disagree with devs when it comes to the laws. The risk if I should start on interventionism, but you know, who cares really? Like, I don't think like I've ranted about this often enough, but traditionalism, I just don't really see it. Like, I see like pre-industrial subsistence economy with little central control, but like this, it's exactly what I take issue with. Little central control. That's just not true at this point in time. Like, the central control is absolutely there. Like, it's, you couldn't know, like, consider this like similar to like something, you know, like something like in Africa, which like doesn't even have any economic laws. I mean, like Peter the Great, like established. Was it Peter the Great? I think Peter the Great was Peter the. I think it was Peter the Great. I'm pretty sure it was him. Like, you know, he made the arms arsenal in Tour. He established that one. At least I think he did. Pretty sure that was him. Unless I'm remembering that one, which I don't think I am. Anyway, enough about trying to talk about history. We need to start on our goal. And one of the important things also for our goal is going to be opium. And for that, at least right now, we need to get the versions done. There's like quality of life modifiers for, you know, army. It's also pretty nice, which I would not disagree with. So I think that's pretty. What are you position? Oh, that's going to be hard. Yeah, I'm starting to think this is not worth it necessarily. Like per construction, like the money I'm spending per construction point. I don't know. Anyway, I guess this means I will definitely have to build more government administrations, a lot more. And I initially planned to, like, that's going to be their demands. That's annoying. But again, it isn't as bad now as it would have been in the past. But again, that's another big change is Perch just back down. That's the first time that's happened. Normally they do good well. But yeah, it like made government, quote unquote government, the development like things all like only take 1k workers now, which means wages are a lot less, like by a factor of 5, I would say, it's decreased by 5. Yeah, it's like only like a fifth of what it was before. Which means you can like build 5 times as much. I think that decreased like the income from taxes. So yeah, here pick up the taxes. I'm pretty sure like actually I'm not low. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that was like 50, 75 before per capita tax. I might be wrong on that one. I would have to check actually the previous recording of mine to make sure about that one. But yeah, see, we're getting wine already. It's being built. We can also go on the upper market, and then we go to trade. You can already see wood is a big export. So far, grain isn't too big an export. But, that will become better with time. Not just right now, though. Turns out. Why is... What's going on here? Yeah, construction sector, touring workshops, Syria, barracks, arms industry. A lot of places are now demanding more iron. Why is my consumption so much higher suddenly? That seems kind of... Yeah, I mean, like, I'm on 45 construction, I feel like I'm just not feeling it. Let's see. Yeah, here. This is like... Yeah, I've like lost 20, around like 20 construction. But I can pay a lot more, or a lot more construction sectors. I don't think it's still worth it. Maybe like, once I get like tools and iron, I could run it, but even then... Long conference, just go for 24 points. It works out in most cases. Yeah, I'm running out of like, you know what? Like, start this already. Just hopefully this does not fuck me over too much. I'm not betting on that one, though. Definitely not betting on that one. Let's see how much I will be paying if we get up to the same amount as people have been before. like in construction points. So right now we're like still above. I think like before that like costed like something like 30k construction goods. We'll see how much it costs. Again, we've also really cheap wood, and because like this only costs wood and fabric, both are incredibly cheap. I don't think it's worth it to be on iron construction, just because I can just build more construction sectors. It's not like I'm lacking population, you know. I have like 11 million peasants. I'm not lacking them that much. Yeah, that's pretty clear. This has like been decreasing pretty fucking fast. But to be fair, that the biggest power interest group lost me, and it's over 50%, so I don't think that's that surprising. Yeah, we also have treaties. I might actually want to like negotiate. There is something very funny. Like some like random military access. And you go for money transfer. And then you ask them for a lot of money. Well, that's too much money. We might not accept this, but a teensy tiny bit of money might be enough. Maybe if you give a military assistance. Yes. 10% chance. And now we're paying us a tiny bit of money. All I had to do was give a military access to military assistance. It might have been actually really like not worth it, but you know, you get the point. Yeah, see, like we're like slowly approaching a point, and it's like that is like a 10k difference, like still in costs. Like up here was like 45k did we pay before, and I've been pretty close to like the actual like point already, and nowhere near, like, because of course I have to pay more wages. That is true. As you can see, the wages due to a decrease. To the fighting booth, look. What? Oh yeah, that's one where I'll not guarantee independence. Because that's how treaties work. And now there's no longer any like Afghanistan positions for deal with that on your own. Anyway. Yeah, we're reaching the point. I'm losing money. I'm losing a lot of money. But it's kind of necessary. Once I have enough construction, I can do it on my own. We'll probably change that. Once I can like start construction like 2 things at once. It's easier said than done. We'll have to wait. Yeah, you see, like that's already starting to build more construction things, small trade centers to export what they have. Well, we have like 12k company profit. Prosperity is also like easy to get. I guess like easier to get now. Because like for one, this goes up to like 50. If you have 50 staff building levels, they already get like 50 prosperity, and that alone is like already like massive. It already puts them halfway to like prosperity bonus anyway. So like I think that's like a pretty easy thing to do. So that's not that hard. Yeah, we just like build all of them, you know. Then we'll be done. So yeah, I already like, reached the point of like, well, I'm paying, you know, same amount of goods so far. I'm also up. But you know, I'm also like fucking over my whole economy, you know. Most, yeah, like people, other ones in my sector, in my market that are paying. New mandate available. That increases, yeah, increases the transfer from subjects, which isn't too bad right now. Who are you fighting? Limburg. Interesting. That is interesting. That's the first time that's happened. I've seen that happen. Yeah, good. Oh, I got names already. I got everything research already. That's interesting. To say the least. The good thing is now that we can just trade everything. So I don't need to care. And we can more or less trade everything. Anyway, I said we want to go for agriculture. We want so getting even down to improved fertilizer is going to be very, very important thing. But also, but as always was want to go down this path. Intensive agriculture gives explosives. I also need to get general staff soon. Skirmish infantry is going to be very necessary. Because I'm pretty sure the British really like defending the Ottomans, so that's annoying. Very annoying, I can tell you. So, I need a big army. Well, not need a big army, but it's going to be helpful. That much I can tell you. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure what's better so far. That would be minus 70k. I'm just not sure if it would be worth it. That is a really big one. Anyway, we can do the same with Austria. Money transfer. There's also another thing you can do, which is what is it? I think that might be too much. That is actually still not enough to get that just onto chance. This one is what's the chance? That's high enough. And they're paying me. The Mariupol Convention. How much are they paying me actually? Yeah, see, I've got 7k now. And that's how you steal money from them as a great power. Not that much, but you have think even that's 4k of for example interest I can essentially have for free. It's free money at the end of the day, you know. If they are not going to use it, I'm going to use it. Can I do the same with France? That's a great question. They give me military assistance. How much money would you be willing to give me for that one? That is the question. Now they actually will be. Now they're against it. Now I think it's actually negative. Well, that's annoying. Whatever. It worked out well enough. That's all that matters. Yeah, it's also pretty good here because this is only 6k. Borush. And she's not authoritarian. Yeah, this is only how much is it per level? This is 500. 500. How many workers per level? That's 1.5k. So it's not exactly the same. It's not exactly just 1k. But still it's a lot less than before. Which if in of itself. Oh, I won't say no to that one. We promised with somebody, yeah, but Ottomans, that's again like I said what I expected to happen. Because that's what the British do. But I'm only in this war for the British in the first place, so I generally don't care about anything else that happens to the Egyptians. long as I get the Bruja, I am fine with it. So all I need to do is like now, let's use the Egyptians as meat shield. Repromise my terraria. That's a problem. I'm not producing enough artillery to satisfy my national demand for it, which is bad. Obviously, I don't think I need to, you know, beat around the bush there. Reaper was like Persians in the war. Oh, they're immediately going for independence. That is impressive. Where's the organization going down to? Not as steep as I would have thought it to go. Anyway, that's another thing we've added. That is, the strategic objectives are now dependent like the unit, like the army. So I can like give 2 armies to different. Anyway, we should probably also like draft a treaty with you know, guaranteed independence or block embassy. We actually like, very much like that, so I wouldn't really need to have to do this, but you know, it gives leverage, and that's what matters. Because the more leverage we have, the more the more we can do things. Anyway, I should probably be blockading my port. Where Ingrid Hub is being blockaded as well. Let's see if I can do something against that. I don't think I can really do something or like too much against it, but never hurts to try, does it? Who knows? Maybe it'll work out. Maybe if I'm lucky. They've like changed how, you know, naval things work now, and admirals can borrow units, so yeah. So admirals are now more useful. You know, so there's actually a point in like having multiple admirals. Actually having, you know, you don't have to just go make one admiral have like 100 ships on his command. Yeah. They're actually useful now. And he came out again. Yeah, he is blockading my port. Please do not. Yeah, that's about as expected. Anti-Ottoman society. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, also already. Yeah, it's not surprising. Not surprising in the least. Military assistance. How the fuck is this not fulfilled? I don't know. I don't know. It's like for the non-fulfilled. Like, what's the like problem? How have I gone like to non-fulfillment of this? That's my question. It might actually Egypt might actually get its independence immediately, because like the last time I played this, they didn't just get their independence immediately. They generally just went for like increased autonomy. So them actually getting independence immediately is kind of impressive. How big is my credit pool? 3i. Yeah, Ingria port. I already have a fleet there to take care of that. If Britain plays worse this game, like this update, because I've like played with them, but I feel like they've done like worse. I think I can like make them my next subjugate them. Will actually be not worse than it would be. I don't think it would be impossible. We'll see. Maybe I can even ask them for a treaty pull later on. Again, I don't know how like this is not fulfilled. It just is apparently. Whatever. Not my problem, I guess. Yeah, the Autumn's actually just immediately going to this. That is interesting. First time that's immediately happened, because I never had them like go for independence immediately. Like they've always gone for something else, like they've always gone like for either states or like just, you know, increase autonomy. Well, I think they're actually not protected right now. So like, yeah, they've always gone like going for more states, which is very interesting. You can also like see the new front system, you know, the new front thing. So like they decrease the amount of front splitting. So like this front, the single front is like now this, this, and this. The new like things, it works out well, I'd say. I think it works well. Are the British, like, the British are already gone, or are they? No, the British are still here. Interesting. And that's a co-affiliation, and there's white piece. Yeah, exile armies are going to come back. At least I hope they are. Yeah, they're like all of the way back. Good.